not who you were or who you used to be. And that's something to celebrate. And that's something to be excited for. And that's something that you should not have to apologize about, okay? Life is about change. It is about growth. It is about evolution. Do not shrink back for temporary comfort or temporary peace. Welcome to the Shannon McCabe Show, where we break free from our drink-obsessed culture, challenge the myths around alcohol, and redefine sobriety as the empowering choice it truly is. I'm Shannon McCabe, sober coach, holistic nutritionist, and your guide to a life that feels better without booze. Whether you're newly sober, sober curious, or years into this journey, this podcast is here to give you the truth about alcohol, the tools to build lasting confidence, and the hope that a vibrant, fulfilling life is waiting for you on the other side. So grab your coffee or sparkling water and let's dive in. Hey friends, welcome back to the Shannon McCabe Show. Before we start today, I do want to thank you guys for all of the love you've shown to me since we started this podcast. I was actually looking before I got on this morning, you guys, and in just 2 months, because I started this podcast just 2 months ago in March, and we've already had 2,000 downloads. We're being listened to in 20 countries already, which is like insane. And like I said, it's only been 2 months. I'm just blown away by the reception for this already. And every week I get the most amazing DMs and messages about people and just how this podcast has either helped you decide to take a break from drinking, it's helping you because you just quit, you're sharing it with friends and family, that it's giving you more confidence to be sober and not feel like you have to hide it. So I just want to thank you and remind you that I love hearing from you guys. So don't ever hesitate to send me a DM over on Instagram and let me know how this chat is landing for you, how it's impacting your journey, wherever you are. And then to those of you that have taken the time to leave a review and to rate the podcast, just an extra big hug, you guys, because I know that probably doesn't matter to you much, but as a podcaster, it does mean the world because it helps my podcast get seen by more people. So that is just more women that are struggling, looking for a sober lifeline, are finding the podcast when you guys leave a review and leave a rating. So I really, truly just appreciate every single one of them. But okay, you guys, I'm really pumped about today's chat because this is for you. If you are already alcohol free, but like feeling a little wobbly or just not as enthusiastic, or if you are still maybe debating whether or not to even take a break, whether or not to quit for good, is it really worth it? Can you do it? Is it possible for you? This chat is for you today, okay? Because this is the thing, when it comes to letting go of alcohol, whether it's like just for a season or it's for good, there are always consistently a few thoughts that come up. Almost every single time for every single woman, okay? These thoughts kept me stuck in a cycle of like drink, regret, repeat for a really long time, for almost 4 years, you guys. But once I started to make shifts in my thinking, which is what I'm going to walk you through today, my relationship with alcohol really started to change. And it changed significantly. And that change happened really quickly, okay? I'm going to dive into what are these thoughts and worries and fears that keep us stuck. I'm talking about the things like, what if I'm no fun? What if I can't relax? Or what if I'm missing out? Okay, I'm sure you've thought all of those things. Maybe you're currently stuck in those fears. So today I'm going to give you 10 of those most common fears, hesitations, mental blocks, whatever you want to call them, and how you can shift them, how you can choose a different thought that is going to help you move forward, okay? So these are the kinds of reminders that are going to help you like get out of your own head and get back into alignment with your goals and who you want to become. So whether you are resisting taking a break, whether you're questioning if you really want to keep going, or maybe you just need the pep talk, maybe you just need some fresh motivation, okay? This episode is your reset. It is a heartfelt pep talk. Imagine that we're sitting down for coffee or we're going for a beautiful summer walk. And this is me in your ear, okay? And then actually, one more thing before we start, I want to encourage you guys to make a mental note, or maybe actually even open a note in your phone and keep track of how many of these things you've said to yourself, or maybe are still currently saying to yourself. Because this awareness, like calling ourselves out on these stories and these thoughts, is where we start to rebuild our power, okay? So the first thought, what if I feel like I'm missing out? We're going to shift that to, what if I've been missing out on the good things this whole time because of my drinking? What if the real magic in life starts showing up now that you're fully clear and present and actually in your life, instead of like numbed out and blurred out on the edges of it? We always tend to focus on like the drink that we're skipping, but we rarely think about or acknowledge the mornings that we've missed, the presence that we've traded, the clarity that we haven't had in years. So when you're tempted to go down that spiral of feeling sorry for yourself because society has convinced you that you're going to be missing out if you're not drinking, remind yourself of what you've already been missing out on: the confidence, relaxation that actually restores your energy, fun and conversation you actually remember the next day, okay? So thought number 2, I can't drink alcohol. We're going to shift this to, alcohol does not make me feel good. This, you guys, this decision to not drink, this is not a punishment. It's not a punishment. This is a protection. You are not restricted. You are choosing better. One of my favorite mantras when I was in my early days, but still sometimes if I need it, to help pull us out of this mindset of, oh my gosh, I can't drink, like, woe is me, this is so unfair, is to shift to instead saying, I don't want to drink. Every time I saw a bottle of wine or a drink, I would repeat to myself, alcohol is attractively packaged poison. And you guys, I got that line from one of the most powerful books I read early in my journey. The book is called Alcohol Lied to Me by Craig Beck. And I actually listened to it on Audible. So that line became a voice in my head. And I said it constantly when I would see a bottle and would even begin to feel tempted to think, oh my God, that would be so good. Or this isn't fair, I'm missing out. I'm like, nope, that is attractively packaged poison. And I do not want that. Try it. It's really powerful, okay? So the next one, it won't be as fun if I'm not drinking. We are going to shift this to, I'm excited to see if this is even more fun because I'll be fully present. You've likely never done it, whatever it is, you've likely never done it this way before, or at least not for a very, very long time, you guys. But what if, I mean, this novel idea, you guys, what if fun doesn't need to come with a side of shame or a side of anxiety or a nauseous, soul-crushing hangover for an entire day? Fun is more meaningful and more fulfilling when we actually remember it. And when we aren't left physically reeling and hating ourselves afterwards, okay? So number 4, I can't imagine vacation without drinking. We're going to shift this to, I am so excited to soak up every second. I want to wake up rested and refreshed every single morning. You did not travel to miss your mornings, you guys. You came for all of it. You're trading late, blurry nights that you barely remember for actual good sleep. You're trading morning headaches and a queasy stomach for clarity and energy and literal extra time. Think of all of the time you gain every day when you are not hungover and shame spiraling and short-tempered and regretful, okay? All right, number 5. I wish I could drink tonight. We're going to shift this to, my body and my brain deserve better than a temporary fix that leaves me feeling worse. Because you, my friend, deserve real peace, real, actual, soul-nourishing peace. Not just a pause, not just like a temporary numb frozenness that then, yes, leads to guilt and shame and regret. You deserve better. Thought 6, but it'll be hard to connect with my friends if I'm not drinking. You guys, we're going to shift this to, true connection does not happen under the influence. It happens when I'm fully myself. If the connection is real, it's not going to depend on a drink. And if not drinking to connect feels hard right now, because it does in the beginning, I get that, you guys. I get it. It's true. I'm not diminishing that. But when not drinking makes it feel hard and awkward to connect, just remind yourself that it will get easier the more you do it. Remind yourself that change does not automatically equal something bad. Your friendships and social life might shift. They might experience some growing pains, but don't assume that it's going to be for the worse. And remind yourself that the discomfort does not last forever, okay? So be patient and be confident and be hopeful, because you deserve connections that don't rely on an actual mind-altering drug to exist, okay? Number 7, alcohol helps me feel relaxed. You guys, we're going to shift this to alcohol actually stresses out my body. I deserve to find true relaxation, and I trust that I can. Real rest does not come in a glass, you guys. It does not come from a bottle. It comes from creating a life where our nervous system can actually exhale and be at peace. So I used to tell myself this too for a long time, you guys, especially after a stressful day as a homeschool mom or a special needs mom. But once I learned and really made myself accept the facts that alcohol spikes our cortisol, it increases anxiety, and it throws off our sleep, I realized that alcohol was not helping me relax at all. It was numbing me just enough that I would tolerate this burnt out existence. We get so used to normalizing feeling blah, the brain fog, the constant feeling of stress and overwhelm, the short temper. We barely even question if it has to be that way or if it should be that way. But I'm here to remind you that it does not have to be that way, and it should not be that way. You were not meant to live life just barely getting by. 99% of the time when we remove alcohol, we find out that all of the things that we've been blaming our stress on, our kids, our husband, our job, all of those things are actually way less stressful once we are not showing up numbed or buzzed or recovering from it all the time. So number 8, I've always drank at this event or with these people or for this occasion. So we're shifting this one. I'm allowed to change and grow and do what's best for me right now. You guys, you are not who you were or who you used to be. And that's something to celebrate. And that's something to be excited for. And that's something that you should not have to apologize about, okay? Life is about change. It is about growth. It is about evolution. Do not shrink back for temporary comfort or temporary peace. You can celebrate wanting to be better. It's okay. Number 9, it would be so hard to quit drinking. You guys, let's shift this to, what if it doesn't have to be that hard? What if it's just new? You guys, so many times, quitting drinking being hard is a story that we have been sold by everywhere, by TV, by movies, by big alcohol, by social media. You guys, it's just a story. It doesn't have to be your story. You don't have to buy into it. You don't have to believe it. What if it doesn't have to be that hard? It's new. What if it's just new? Focusing on it being new makes it exciting. It's full of possibility. We can get curious about how good it might be instead. All right, so the last shift, you guys. When you find yourself thinking or saying, I can't imagine never drinking again. You guys, we are shifting this to, I'm just focusing on today. I don't have to stress about a future that I can't predict. This is a one day at a time journey. And today, I am choosing not to drink. I am proud of that decision. And I am staying rooted in that decision. You guys, I want you to remember this. You do not have to be perfect. And you don't have to feel like 100% confident 100% of the time on this journey. Most of us rarely do, especially in the beginning. But the fact that you're even here, the fact that you're even listening, the fact that you're even exploring different options to these questions and fears and stories, that shows something that you already know. You deserve more. And you're capable of more. your alcohol-free life, you as a non-drinker, that can be full. It can be joyful. It can be easy. It can be full of peace and freedom. It can be full of clarity. You can feel grounded. You can like yourself. You can trust yourself. So you guys, I want you to save this episode. I want you to come back to it and pop it in your ears anytime you start to feel wobbly. Anytime you wish you had a sober best friend that could give you a pep talk. That's what this is for you. Because if nobody else has told you, I want to tell you that I am so proud of you. It is super badass what you are doing. We are flipping the script. We are changing the narrative. We are calling bullshit on the story that women need alcohol to do anything or to be anything. This alcohol-free life gets easier and gets bigger and gets better the longer we stick with it. And I know you can do it. You have people cheering you on. You have people that want to see you do this and do it well. So I want to leave you with just this one idea. I want you to pick out one of these shifts that you are going to hold on to and tuck away into your heart this week and say it out loud to yourself. Make a note in the note app on your phone. Make it your lock screen even if you want to. See what happens when you lead from that new belief. Because you guys, there's a fascinating thing about the way the brain works. When we focus on something, anything, our brain instantly starts to seek out evidence to support that reality and to make it true. So if you focus on how you want to feel, how you want your life to feel not drinking, your brain is going to start to find more things to support that reality. That way of thinking and being is going to become easier and more normal. And once you start seeing reasons to support it and reasons that it's true, you're going to keep seeing reasons. Trust me, it happens every time. Give it a try. Let me know how it goes. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging with me today here. If this talk helped you, don't be afraid to send it to a friend that could use the pep talk too. Send me a DM if you want. I always appreciate all the love. I appreciate every single review, every single rating. And remember that I'm always, always cheering you guys on. I'll catch you next time. That's it for today's episode. If this conversation resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. And if you're loving the show, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave a quick review. It helps others find this message and start their own journey to freedom. Until next time, keep choosing yourself, keep believing in what's possible, and remember, you are so much stronger than you think.